Hey, what's going on, traders? It's Ricky with Technical Solutions. I wanted to make this video to give our newer traders a little bit of a better edge when it comes down to just investing in the stock market. So I've been getting this question a lot, and I've made a couple videos about it, but this one's going to be more just straight to the point. And it simply talks about do you have to take your position right at market open? There's so many people that I trade live with our Learn Plan Profit group every morning, and that's for about 45 minutes to about an hour every single morning. One thing that we've been talking about very often is that due to the current market volatility, just in general, right? The whole point that you're investing in something, especially as a day trade, is probably because you see an intraday pattern. And one of the things that I wanted to cover today is, and I'm sorry if the terms that I use might not be so beginner friendly. I did see someone's comment on one of my posts about 2 to 3 videos ago. Your name was Calvin, and you said that you really enjoyed the video, but that it was not beginner friendly. So I hope that this video makes up for it, and I hope that you guys know that I really do read your guys' comments. But one of the things that I noticed that so many of our newer traders are focusing on taking positions right at market open. They try to decide what they want to invest in as soon as the market opens, and that's one of the biggest mistakes. I made that mistake today when it comes down to entering one of my positions on ticker symbol SQQQ, and it ended up putting me in the red. Luckily, I do that 50% position. I'll show you guys what I do. So first of all, this is my TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform. It's a free platform that you can use. You don't have to use it. But one thing that we were talking about is right as the market opened, I saw value in SQQQ because it started to show signs of an uptrend pattern. I took a position on a dip buy. I pushed up. I didn't sell. It sold off, and then it broke below the middle VWAP, which is this purple line right here. And then it continued to sell off. Luckily, the way that I trade is I don't go in with my 100, what my account size is. I don't go in with my full account size when I first enter a position. I do a thing called averaging up. So I first take a 50% position, and then if it continues to make higher highs and show signs of an uptrend, then I'll add more to my position. So luckily, I was only in with 50%. So when it started to sell off, yes, I was in the red. When it broke above the EMA indicator, which is this blue line right here, it started to make higher highs. So I added the remaining 50% to my position. It pushed right back up right as it got to that general area of 1420 to 1430. Ended up locking in profits, not knowing that it was gonna shoot up, right? So it ended up hitting highs of $15, which is something that we did talk about in the Learn Plan Profit live stream. But that was the goal. The pattern that I saw was on this 180-day pattern. I saw this ascending uptrend pattern where it normally bounces as this thing continues to make higher highs. So as this thing progressively pushes up, the lows, when it pulls back, the lows don't go as low as it did before. So I'm trying to keep it in very simple terms, and then it continues to hit around that $15 price point. So what I wanted to talk about is my mistake that I made today, which is something that I think a lot of people can relate to, is the simple idea of taking a position as soon as the market opens, thinking that we have it figured out on what's going to be trending up on the day. And that was my mistake today, and that's what, I ended up covering my position from red to green because of my 50% average up approach. But again, so one of the big mistakes that I see a lot of traders make is simply trying to take a position as soon as the market opens. It's much easier. So it wasn't until 8 o'clock and moving forward that it was much easier for myself to identify that, hey, ticker symbol SQQQ is showing signs of an uptrend and it continues to make higher highs. It's much easier to decide its direction, right? I can be much more aware, and it's much more apparent that SQQQ is trending up on the day, right? After 8 o'clock. But that means market opens at 6:30 my time. So that means that I had to wait a full 1 hour and 30 minutes to be able to decide that, hey, this is actually showing signs of an uptrend. Same thing with ticker symbol JNUG. JNUG was, again, all over the place, right? Until about 7:30 to 8 o'clock, you could see that it was pushing up, and then it changed directions. Same thing with DGAS. We talked about DGAS being up on the day because of how it performed during pre-market hours, but that it was very overbought, and it made sense on why it could sell off. And one of the things that I encouraged our traders was to take a step back and give it more time. I saw a lot of stocks this morning that were extremely overbought, meaning that they weren't good deals, but they were trending up. So they were showing signs of an uptrend, but were extremely overbought, so they were not good deals. So the margin of profit that was left wasn't much. and the risk just became a little bit too high for me. So the thing that I just wanted to make this video about is to not be so focused and so like overwhelmed that you have to take a position as soon as the market opens. You have, markets open for my time 6:30 to all the way up to 1 p.m. right? So we have so much time to be selective and to even see if that day, if anything that we see value in is going to show signs of an uptrend. The biggest thing that I would like to focus on, if I was someone that was just getting started, one of my main focuses would be understanding the direction of the stock that I'm investing in. If it's showing signs of an uptrend and it's a continuous pattern that you could analyze, then great. But if it's something that you're having a difficult time to actually make sense of, if it's actually pushing up or if it's actually selling off, then maybe it's something that you possibly don't want to invest in, right? And that's the biggest thing. So again, be extremely selective, be extremely patient, and don't feel so encouraged to have to take a position right away. Those are my biggest tips for today. If you guys have been following me on Instagram, I've been posting my profits as the day has gone on. We are running this little giveaway for those that want to test that out. You guys don't have to, but if you guys want to learn a little bit more about the giveaway that we are running today in the Learn Plan Profit group, I posted it in the Learn Plan Profit. So if you're already enrolled in Learn Plan Profit, you can participate as well. But one thing that I wanted to talk about is the $500 giveaway. We're going to announce it on the 31st of October, so that's in about 48 hours. If you're already enrolled in Learn Plan Profit, you only have to do one step, and that's post on your Instagram story and just tag me. So you can just screenshot my Instagram account and then just tag me, and that's it. You will automatically be entered for the $500 giveaway. If you're not already enrolled, then we have an incentive for you today. It's $40 off if you want to. So if you want to watch me trade live every morning, if you see value in the way that I invest, then you get $40 off the Learn Plan Profit lesson library, and you will be in the running for the $500 giveaway. So I want to continue to run these giveaways for those that are already enrolled. So if you don't win this time, I do plan to run a giveaway every 2 weeks or at least once a month minimum, and you guys can hold me to that. So I want to thank you guys again so much for your time. Today has been pretty crazy. I've been trying to I'm a little bit under the weather. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I feel like I always look tired and I always look sick. So, but for those that were able to tell, especially for those that watched me trade live today, I've been posting my profits as it's been going on, and the team has just absolutely been killing it. So I've been able to do decent. I gave back a little bit of my profits on the inverse ETF, which is TQQQ. So I unfortunately gave back about a little bit over $200 on this when I tried to predict the reversal. I ended up having to cut my losses at 49.12. But then it ended up pushing up. So again, it's kind of just all over the place. The market's just not in my favor today. And I'm still green, so I'll keep you guys up to date with my overall positions. I don't want to overtrade, as that's been one of my big mistakes that I've been making lately. But let's just keep it simple. Let's not feel forced to take any positions whatsoever. And let's just make sure that whatever we invest in, that you truly feel comfortable, that you understand, like, hey, like this thing is showing signs of an uptrend and it has much more margin of profit to cover than it does to give back. Just keeping it in those simple terms. Just keep it simple, make sure that it makes sense to you. And if it doesn't, feel free to ask questions. You can direct message me if you're part of TechButt Solutions. You can direct message me if you're part of TechButts within the Discord chat. And then also if you're part of Learn Plan Profit, feel free to direct message me. If you have any questions along the way, I just want to make sure that you guys feel comfortable with everything that is that you guys do. So hopefully we earned your guys' thumbs up on this video. Hopefully you guys are subscribed to the YouTube channel. I want to wish you guys an amazing rest of your Monday. Let's keep it simple, let's stay green, and let's lock in those profits. Take it easy.